it's supposed to be lighthearted, so you know, sometimes we get in different crowds, church people. Sometimes we don't know how to let our hair down or take our wigs off. You know, we don't know how to do that. But today we want to be able to do that. So I put out just a few select jokes. But today we was on our way over here. We was running behind and we was riding pretty fast. And I heard some on the car say, "Pow!" And the sound like it said bloop 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 bloop. So we was like, "What is that?" So we got out of the car. I got out of the car. I walked around to the front of the car. My wife, she got out. She walked around to the front of the car as well. I bent over, looked at the tire. She bent over and she looked at the tire, just like we thought. She had a flat butt. And now that's just a joke. Now anybody know my wife? No, she got no flat butt. You take the L out. You know what I'm saying? You take the L out. All right, now we got y'all loosened up like that. You got it, all right. You've been married a little while. You got to get in trouble. You know, my wife, she asked me one time, she came out, she said, "Do I look fat in these jeans?" And I was like, see, that's the question that gets you in trouble that time. Do I look fat in these jeans? I was like, but not just in those jeans, you can't look fat in all your clothes, baby. Now, see, y'all don't like them jokes. My wife is fair with me. She know those jokes. She ain't mad at it. See, that's how we just ease up the room. Now, to be honest, I love the fact that those two been married young like that. I was 19 and she was 18. Well, y'all about to something similar there when y'all got married? Same thing. And guess what? And it works. It's not an insult. But if we can't laugh at ourselves, we're gonna be able to laugh at all. And so, but honestly, we've been married be 31 years in February. So God is a keeper. Yeah. And my wife, she made me a better man. I just want y'all to know that. My wife, she said, "Man, you better take out that trash. Man, you better shut up talking to me." My wife has made me a better man. And Dominique, your wife will make you a better man. You know, marriage is about give and take. I always remember that. How many of y'all been married? Everybody been married a while, at least over a year. The married couples in here. So everybody who's been married, you know, you been how long?
2 months.
2 months. Well, you're the person I need to talk to then. See, marriage is about give and take. It's about give and take. It don't go in marriage thinking it's about taking. It don't go in marriage thinking it's about giving. See, I know it's give and take. My wife, she give all the headaches and I take all the goody powders. You know what I'm saying? So we cut through it. Listen, but you have fears as you grow up. You hear me? You know one thing, how many of y'all got some fears? You don't supposed to have no fears, but I'm afraid of birds. I'm afraid of birds. When I was a little boy, I was walking with my dad, and I was looking around, there was a whole bunch of birds flying. I said, "Oh, Dad, oh, look at all those pretty birds. Oh, look at that one, look at that. Oh. Say, man, that's some nasty bird milk down. He said, "Boy, there ain't no bird milk." And I've been full of it ever since. Listen, everybody don't lighten up on stuff like that, but that's silly stuff. I turned 50 a few weeks ago. And you know, 50 kind of play with your mind. I mean, if you ain't turned 50, if you're 60, it might do some real gymnastics with your mind. But then somebody always say stuff like this, "Man, you only as young as you feel." I said, "Look here, R. Kelly, I ain't gonna be taking no advice from you, R. Kelly. Tell you young as you feel. That's what got you in your trouble. She felt 21 to me, man. I said, "Look, R. Kelly, you going to stop it, R. Kelly." I love what she said. He said, "Why y'all have babies?" Marriage is a wonderful thing. God ordained marriage. The bed is undefiled. And I'm telling you something, we got 3 sons ourselves. I got, how many grandkids? I think I got 5 grandkids now. And I'm saying, and it's a blessing. But you know, when you ain't saved, you start acting like that everything is free fall. You get saved, you act like now you can't talk about it, you don't want to deal with that. But my pastor, I've heard him even say, he said even a woman's bosom is to be ravaged by her husband. And I got to think about it. I said, what is rabbit? I said, oh, I know. Little boy. I saw a little boy. You know, people have kids. Little boy came up to me, and he took his cap off, and he handed it to me. Took the cap, I handed it back to him. He just like, and then he took the cap, he handed it to me. I look at the cap, and I handed the cap back to him. He said, and he took the cap, handed it to him. We kept handing the cap back and forth, and I asked him, Mama, what's wrong with this boy? I said, don't mind him. He handicapped. How many y'all like? How many y'all like going to Cracker Barrel? I like Cracker Barrel. You know, when I was young, it seemed like I didn't like Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel seemed like it just started to be okay. I like Cracker Barrel. Right. But you know something? But they didn't have, that restaurant didn't have us in mind when they made it. Now we can go there, but it didn't have us in mind. Look, they ain't trying to make it a secret. Look what they named it. But see, if I had a restaurant, I'll make a restaurant with us in mind. I call it Willie's Watermelon Store. Yeah. So we have red meat watermelon, yellow meat watermelon. Now we don't play that seedless watermelon stuff, but that ain't real. Look, we got sauce meat in there. Look, we got Kool-Aid. We got grape and orange soda on the tap. And in the back, you stop by and get some of Muddy's chitlins. They might not smell good, but they delicious. And we know we made that store with you in mind, and you know who you is. You know you. See, it is a difference between these people and those people. We got a couple of educators in the house. I know we got one, but see another. You're educated too, right? Kind of, okay. Oh, part-time. You're educated too? All these educators, but y'all, they got y'all teaching our kids this kind of math. White math. But they got a black math. Y'all need to learn black math. You know that? Yeah. I can prove it. I'm going to ask one of your educators. One of your educators, y'all call it out real quick. Or any of y'all will talk that white math, I want y'all to call it out if you know. What is 14 plus 2 plus 1? What? Who said what? 14 plus 2 plus 1. How what is it? See, you're absolutely wrong. See, that's 0. See, that white math y'all teach. In black math, that's 0. Okay. Now, you know how you learn the best way to learn any kind of math problem is to learn in a word problem. You know that, right? So let's say it's Sally. She had $14, and she was walking down the street in Guilford. 2 dudes came up with 1 pistol. How much money you think Sally had then? That's black math.
He ain't gonna pass no class.
You gonna be getting age.
0.
Listen, man, I had to learn how to mind my own business. One time I was at a gas station, saw this real pretty lady. She was pumping some gas. And it was raining outside, real bad. And I didn't want to say nothing to her, because I don't want the lady to think I'm trying to holler at her, nothing like that, you know. But she was pumping the gas, and it was thundering, it was raining. And I could see this dude sitting up on the steering wheel while she pumping the gas. And some just wouldn't let me go by with it, so I wouldn't say, listen, excuse me, lady. Why you pumping this gas and you got that dude in the car? She said, what? I said, why you pumping this gas and you got that dude sitting in the car right there, the dude with that Jerry curl? She said, that ain't no dude, that's my mama. I had to learn how to mind my own business, you know what I'm saying? Listen, they got, you said been married 2 months, and that's y'all in that bliss stage. But a lot of women got messed up with these fairy tales they taught y'all when y'all was little kids. Snow White, 7 Dwarfs. You know what Snow White was? Snow White was a woman that done bit the apple of society, what they done told you, society told you, and lied to you. And she in the house with 7 dwarfs. That's a house full of children. She sitting around ain't doing nothing but waiting on a rich man or Prince Charming to come get him. Now y'all might not like that, but that's what it really was happening. Now watch this. And Snow White was just like her. Except she was a abused little girl, And she had all her friends with just rats. She was playing with rats, all over hood rats. And she was just playing with rats. And she waiting on some high power to come and send them a Prince Charming or something to rescue her so she can go get a house for the children like Snow White and do that. But see, let me tell you something. I try to show you the difference between us black and white folk. Fellas, let's help these women. What would you do? You walking down the woods, you in the woods, and you stumble upon an unconscious white woman.
Gotta keep it moving.
I'm gonna be backing up. I'll be trying to clean my DNA off. I'll get back out. I ain't gonna call the police. I ain't gonna do nothing. But no, but guess what though? Guess what Prince Charming did? The first thing he did was he said, he came. And they say they live happily ever after. They teaching the women how to endure assault. That sounds like an assault to me, don't it? And look, see, Bill Cosby say, Bill Cosby, he studied old books. Bill Cosby, he studied old books. He said, he know he ain't guilty. Cause say Prince Charming, all he did was kiss her and she woke up. He said he did more than that, ain't even wake up. Gotta stop believing all them fairy gods. Them fairy tales, you know what I'm saying? I just been a hairstylist. I don't look like I do it. Cause most of the time they think a hairstylist. But I was always like that. But I was a hairstylist. All through my 20s, I was a hairstylist, did hair, and I enjoyed doing it. But we used to work right on the corner of Highland and Hall. I used to work in the place, Hair Studio One. And worked there. We used to be real kind of popular and real busy back in the day. Right dead smack on the corner in the projects. And we had burglar bars around the windows. Cause we was in the hood. And sometimes I feel like I was in jail because it'd be sun outside. I want to go outside and give me some sunshine. But all I did, I worked my whole 20s, man, in that salon. And I didn't want to be in that salon like that. But one day I saw some white folks. They were walking down the street. I'm like, man, what these white folks doing in two-lane coat? They just walking the street like a 3 or 4, 5 of them. And they walking out. And one of them just stopped. And I saw a little white lady, she put her hands over her head and she started looking through the bars like that right there. And I just imagined, the way my mind, I imagined she was like this. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, come, Penelope, come quickly. So look at those Negroes. They're so fascinating. What is it now, Agnes? What is it now? So you gotta see these Negroes. So one of them is grooming the other one's fur. Oh, Agnes, leave those Negroes alone. So look now, Penelope, one is clipping the other one's claws. And I can imagine they had a fella with his name was Bentley. And Bentley said, oh, Penelope, Agnes, come away from there. Don't tease the Negroes. And then it was a little Negro in there, a little baby Negro, child Negro. And Agnes, she just a liberal. She loved the little Negroes. She loved little Negroes. And she reached in her pocket and she pulled out a piece of candy, right? And she stuck it between the bars. And that little kid looking around, make sure the mama ain't see it. Because a black kid got a black mama. You can take candy from somebody right now, you can get popped upside the head, you know what I'm saying? But the black kid saw him rush over there and grabbed that piece of candy and took it on paper and started eating. And Agnes said, oh, look, Penelope, they just love those Jolly Ranchers. Oh, especially the green ones. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Penelope, come away from there. Don't feed the Negroes. They may follow you home. Now, that didn't happen. That didn't happen for real, you know what I'm saying? That's just how my imagination is. But it's a little different. It's a little different between us. You know how we put hot sauce on our popcorn? They put mayonnaise on their popcorn. Now, I'm just kidding. See, that's how my mind is. That's my imagination. But look, I was talking about y'all women, how tough it is. Y'all been fed a whole bunch of stuff. Got y'all believing that some man come and assault y'all. Y'all can go live happily ever after. It's hard today to be a man. Do you know how hard it is to be a man in this society? Right now, I'll give you an example. In our bathrooms, we have women, y'all probably, I don't know if y'all know this, we got toilets that's pinned to the wall. And it's like a toilet, y'all don't know this, it's called a stall. We go to the bathroom, a urinal. And you go to the bathroom, they say you're supposed to shake it 3 times and flush. You shake it more than 3 times, you ain't shaking, you playing with it. That's what they say. Now, I ain't said that, though. They say, now, you go to the bathroom. When we was little kids like his age, they have a trough in the bathroom. All the boys standing there using the bathroom. And the rule is you're supposed to look down. Supposed to look straight ahead. And I hate when being in the bathroom, somebody over there, and they over there talking to you while you in the bathroom. Look, man, keep your eyes over there, buddy. That's what you want to tell them like that. But that's rough. But we argue should transgenders have their own bathroom. And I was like, man, yeah, I believe they should. I said, because that's going to be uncomfortable for them as well as it is for me. You know how hard that is to be a man? Watch this. I'm going to show you how hard it is to be for y'all. We men, we go to the bathroom. And then you come to the bathroom, then this guy, he come out there, and he not just regular gay. He like real flamboyant. He come out, he got on leather and feathers. Whee! Come out there. And you get ready to wash your hands, because you know you shake, you flush, you wash your hands. And he come on, he wash your hands next to me. I'm kind of everybody. So I'll be like, man, what's up, dog? You know, wait a minute. It ain't the problem, but the problem is when you get ready to walk out, which one of y'all walk out first? Oh, y'all don't see the problem with that, do you? Okay, let's say you walk out first. And he's standing over there, wee, over there. And somebody walk in and come and do a triple take. Man, what's going on in here? Let me wonder here. And then you say, I'm gonna let him go out first. He go out first. And you just stand over and waiting on him to come out. Somebody come in there and be like, And so one guy say, listen, I'm gonna tell him, you better get back in that stall until I go out the bathroom. He gonna get in an argument. I said, no, don't argue. You can't argue with a homosexual. No, don't do it. I got the gift of gab. I said, no, don't do it. You can't win. I said, because all he got to say is stuff like this. You ain't say that last week. Or you just delete my phone, number out your phone. You know, even if it ain't true, he can say something like that, and then you done lost the argument. You lost the argument. But get what though? He said if he say something like that, man, I'll bust his head. I said, whoa! Now you're going too far. You think you can't argue with a homosexual? You can't fight one. If you fight one, guess what's gonna happen to you? I said, man, that's a federal hate crime. You're going to jail if you beat up a homosexual person. And if they whoop you, it's just an instant Facebook viral video. That's all it is. And if it's a real close fight, it's like a lot of people say, like a lot of passion was in that. I wonder what that was all about. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation. He said it right here. He said, I don't care. He said, if you act up in public, I'm going to crack up in public. I said, whoa, man, you got to stop and think. Just what if he had a big fever blister on the lip and it was oozing juice out of it, and right before you hit him, he said, hit me. I'll bite you. I said, but the truth is, we got to live in peace with everybody. You can't just go fight people. We got to learn how to get along with everybody. Amen. And that's what you learn in church. You know, one guy, he had a pastor. I said, man, you still go to that church or those pastors? He said, yeah. I said, that's that pastor that drank all the time, man. He said, oh, yeah, he don't drink no more. He don't drink no less either, but you know, he don't drink no more. And you got some spiritual friends, I'm sure. And this is what I had a spiritual friend did for me on my birthday. One of my very spiritual friends. They got me a gift. Big, beautiful box. It was wrapped so pretty, it was beautiful. And I tore through that paper and everything, and guess what? It was empty. An empty box. I said, man, what you doing? Give me an empty box. He said, that's not an empty box. I said, it look empty to me. He said, no. That's a spiritual gift. Look empty to me. We be saying stuff like this. I want to thank God for keeping me, even when I didn't want to be kept. I said, whoa, you make God sound like a kidnapper. I said, man, God ain't kept you even want to be kept. You make it sound like a kidnapper. Those dudes say that when man say no, God say yes. I said, see, that's what got you in trouble, R. Kelly. I told you to stop saying that, man. People say, I want to thank God that I don't look like what I've been through. I'm like, whoa, you better thank God you ain't been through what you look like. God, you look like a gangster. Is there a heaven for a G? You know. People say, man, it only takes one word. Y'all know that, don't you? One word from the Lord to change your life. And some people, they love they scripture junkies. You ever heard people that, hey man, well, you know that scripture, man, could you tell me, well, give me one word can change my life. So this guy came up to me, he said, man, give me one word, change my life. So I said, oh man, open your Bible, man, to Genesis chapter 1. He opened the Bible, he said, ooh, one word. And I began to read my best preacher voice. And Then I closed the book. And he said, hey man, what are you saying? I said, you don't need but one word. Your life ought to be changed by that one word. You had your white friend that argued with you tonight. People arguing if Jesus was Adam black or white. White man said Adam wasn't white because he wasn't black because no black man wouldn't have gave up no rib. That's what he told me. And I said, man, no. The scripture right there where I told you in, it said that Adam was a black man. He said, what said that? I said, right there. I said, because when Adam found out he was naked, he covered himself with a fig leaf. Because, you know, if he had been a white man, he had used something way smaller than that. You know what I'm saying? You know? If he been an Asian, he probably had to use like grain of rice or something. You know what I'm saying? Fig leaf big, man. He was black. I just got a couple more. See, it's so hard. That's what folks like it's so hard. But that's real stuff. You know, he was a black man. People say money can't buy happiness. And it's true. Money can't. I thought that. I saw this young guy. He always asking me for money. He was a addict. He asked me for money. Hey, can I get some money? Can I get some money, man? I said, no, you can't get no money. Oh man, please let me get some money. I said, man, why you always asking me for money? He said, I asked you for money. He said, cause I ain't happy. I said, what? Man, money can't buy happiness. He said, money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy happiness. He said, you know something, you got a point. Money can't buy happiness. But it could buy a little crack and a little cocaine to make me happy right now. So I gave him $20, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get no drug. But I was at the gas station, you know, and there's a young guy around that time. Hey, Pops, hey, OG, you know they call y'all that stuff. Hey, man, we give you the money, could you go in there and buy some beer? I'm like, no, bro, I ain't buying no beer, I ain't doing that. I said, I don't even drink, but man, come on, buy some beer. You, John, somebody probably did it for you. OG, Pops, all that stuff. I said, look, man, I'm old school, you know what I'm saying? I said, look, man, I ain't buying you no beer, get out my face. And these young kids knew these days. He pulled a pistol on me and said, buy me some beer. I said, oh, you said beer. I'm fresh out of bills. I thought you said beer, man. I'm fresh out of bills. Who want a bill? Bill for you, bill for everybody. Let's go get this bill. But just like I said, I turned 50. And you know, you start going to the doctor, they be want to poke and pry, do all kind of stuff to you. So I went to my annual physical. And the doctor told me, he did a regular exam. He said, say ah. I went here and say, doctor said, oh! Oh, man. I said, what's wrong with that? He said, oh, worst case I ever seen. Oh, I said, what? I said, all that. He said, man, oh, man. I said, what's wrong with that? He said, don't worry, take your pants down. He said, I bent over them tape, and I bent over them tape. He said, oh! He was just jumping around. Oh, he was running around in a circle. Oh, no. Nurse. He had to sit down. He said, oh, no, what's wrong? I said, what's wrong, doc? What's wrong, doc, man? Am I going to live on that? He said, oh, worst case I ever seen. He said, I hate to tell you. He said, forgive me, man. I hate to tell you, but you got one of the worst cases just like I ever seen. I said, wait a minute, just like am I going to, wait a minute, doc, what is it just like? He said, your breath smell just like your backside. And that's why I don't eat birthday cake. You know what I'm saying? Cause folks like that blowing the birthday cake on the candle. God bless y'all, man.